Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. I'm going to look at the ECMWF extended model. For today's second video, we're looking at mean sail pressure, 500 millibar height, temperature and precipitation anomalies for the next 6 weeks and take us well into August. And I shall get on with that for you in a second. Just that first video shows our 6 AM upload, and we've got weekend forecast and 10 to 14 day coming up for you later on this afternoon. So please like, share, subscribe on videos. And thank you so much, everybody. For doing that, thank you so much to ECMWF.int for supplying these charts. Just say the focus on this video is on the UK and I. We do the wider European outlook using the EC extended on a Tuesday. Okay, so let's have a look then. We're going to begin by having a look at the week 1 mean sea pressure on. We're taking this from before through to the 11th of July. So the coming week will be dominated by high pressure sitting over and just to the west of the country with lower pressure away to the north. The jet stream will be coming in around the area of high pressure, something a little bit like that. Brings on dry weather with that area of high pressure sat more or less over slightly to the west of the country. Well, we'll be plenty of dry conditions with that. Not going to be overly hot because we're on the cool side of the ridge, on the cool side of the high, bringing the wind from the North Atlantic, but it should be pleasant enough. This is how the 500 millibar height anomaly is looking for next week. Again, an area of above average height sitting over the country, slightly to our west, some lower pressure away to the north, northeast, but really high pressure dominates for most parts of the UK and Ireland next week. Temperature anomaly is a little bit above average, nice and pleasant, you know, not excessively hot, just slightly above average by around half a degree to 1 degree or so. That's a little bit cooler away to the far northwest where we're more exposed to those northwesterly winds. And the precipitation anomaly, as you expect, with high pressure in control of weather, is drier than normal as well. So a warm, dry week to come next week will be very pleasant. Right, going to week 2, which will be the 11th to the 18th of July. This is how we're looking. So again, high pressure is in control of the weather, sitting over the country and slightly to our east as well. The position of the high pressure probably starts to allow some hotter air, though, to begin to move up from a more southerly direction. 500 millibar height anomaly for week 2 looks like that. Again, showing high pressure above average height centred over top of the UK and Ireland once more. There should be a lot of dry, warm weather with that. The temperature anomaly is actually becoming a little bit warmer. Maybe even hinting at going rather hot just to our south, but certainly it's above average by around 1 to 2 degrees or so. So pretty warm week there for week 2. And the precipitation anomaly again is looking drier than normal for the UK and for Ireland as well. Drier than normal across most parts of northern and western Europe actually. Week 3 will be the 18th to the 25th of July. High pressure begins to slip northwards a little bit, heads up towards Greenland and Iceland. Lower pressure developing to the south. Could that be hinting at a fungi breakdown? Maybe hot in week 2, and then by week 3, maybe we start to turn thundery with low pressure pushing up from the south. It might be hinting at something like that. The week 3 500 millibar height anomaly again takes above average heights away to the north, but there is also some high pressure still to the south as well. This white area probably going to have a trough. There'll be some low pressure somewhere, so there'll probably be a trough between the two ridges. Week 3 temperature anomaly looks like that's still above average quite widely across the UK and Ireland as well. Again, around 1 to 2 degrees above normal, particularly so for southern and eastern parts of England, which England, Wales, warmer than normal. And still a little bit on the dry side, actually. So, although it's a weakening signal, we're average to a little bit drier than normal, if anything. Right, week 3, going to be the 25th of July to the 1st of August. We go to lower pressure then. So some low pressure beginning to appear in the North Atlantic and across western parts of Europe as well. Could that be starting to turn things more unsettled into the closing days of July? Let's look at 500 millibar height anomaly. Trough of below average heights then starting to appear over and just to the west of the UK and Ireland. Probably begin to pull wind into more of a west or southwesterly direction. The temperature anomaly It's still a bit above average, but starting to lower down slightly. Nevertheless, it's still probably average to a little bit above. And the precipitation anomaly weakening still, but maybe hinting to go a little bit wetter just to our west. Anyway, slightly above average rainfall there in the Atlantic and just into parts of Ireland. Right, so week 5, remember, the further up we're going with this, the more unreliable it's getting. So let's see what week 5 has in store. It's going to be the 1st to the 8th of August. Looking rather unsettled now. Low pressure appearing in the North Atlantic and across most parts of northern and western Europe as well. Is this the deterioration for August that we often get? Let's see what 500 millibar high anomaly doing, placing a trough of low pressure below average heights and more or less over country, just slightly to our north, pulling the wind in to a westerly, so cooler and more unsettled. The temperature anomaly is lowering further, so around average, again, just ever so slightly above, but definitely temperature anomaly is lowering, and the precipitation anomaly, so weak signal, looks a little bit wetter than average, though, just to our north, a little bit drier than average, just to our south. And then finally, week 6 will be the 8th to the 15th of August. This is how it's looking. So then we've got lower pressure to the south. Otherwise, it's not clear what's going on, really. I suppose there must be some higher pressure, though, I would have thought, appearing around here, but sending the low pressures southwards, maybe. Let's see what 500 millibar height anomaly has to say. So, very mysterious. Just putting a couple of question marks, I think. Very mysterious by the time we get through to week 6. The temperature anomaly looks like that goes warmer. Warmer in the 6th week. Above average temperatures returning. And the precipitation anomaly, very, very weak signals. A little bit west average just to our west. A little bit dry average just to our south and to our east too. So it's a mixed bag, and I think the main takeaway from this is that it looks very warm around the middle part of July, so it looks like we're going to get some hot weather, potentially, around the middle of July. Second half of the month, probably turning a little bit cooler and more unsettled. And then, it looks like it's like 2 or 3 weeks from like late July into early August, couple of weeks, where it goes more unsettled. That is a change on what we had, like, on the last update, I think, and last few updates from as well, where it's been generally signalling a lot of high pressure, you know, for the next 6 weeks. Does look like things could turn a bit more unsettled second half of July and into early August. So I'd wait to see about that. But before that, it looks like we are going to get some pretty warm weather, certainly around the middle part of July. Maybe just a snapshot of what Molly showed today. All forecasts beyond 5-7 days comes with big health warnings attached that could look completely different next time. Look at this on Tuesday, which will be for the wider European outlook for next 6 weeks. Right, so that's it for this year then. We're going to be back later on the weekend forecast. Have a 10 to 14 day coming for you later on too. Keep checking back to the channel for more. But for this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.